Hey guys, how's it going? Pudpuffs here, coming to you with another review. Today we have a wee bit of hardware. We have the Revolution kit by Vapwiz and Ude Technology. This is a sub-ohm kit. Let's have a wee look at it there. To me, it is a very pretty little bugger. Almost has that mech mod look about it, but isn't a mech mod. And it's got something a wee bit different. It's something that more and more of these companies are starting to bring in, and it's the kind of disposable tank style system. So this is what your coils look like. It is a completely, focus you little fuck, it is a completely sealed unit. I think it's going to focus. A completely sealed unit there, so you're not going to be dripping into your coils, soaking the cotton and all that stuff. You're simply going to be filling that up, leaving it, and then you're good to go. So yeah, you'll have a wee look there. It's not completely disposable because you're not going to be wanting to throw this part away, but there is no glass in there for you to break. As you can see, it'll go the wrong way. Yeah, no glass in there for you to break. If I do that, my wee chubby fingers, you can see just sneaking out of there. So let's put this back together. I'm going to have a wee toot on it. I've been trying it out for about a week and a half probably now, maybe verging in 2 weeks. But before I tell you exactly what I think of it, we'll go down and we'll do a wee unboxing and just show you what you're going to get when this kit arrives. So guys, here we have it in the full boxed condition, the Revolution kit by Vapwiz and Ude. Nice little box, futuristic looking. We have a kind of beveled copy or beveled image of the mod itself, as well as the tank on the front there. Revolution at the top. This is a silver. I believe it also comes in either black or a kind of coffee colour, but the silver is what I have today. Revolution here, Vapwiz here, Revolution, and once again Vapwiz. As far as I know, Vapwiz are part of Ude's kind of sister company style thing. On the back of the box here, you've got the Revolution stuff again. The please read, what not to do with it. You've got warnings here and here. The standard configuration, so it's a kit, one atomizer, as well as a 0.2 ohm coil, a spare coil, accessory kit, warranty card, etc, etc. It comes in a 2 or 4 mil capacity. It's 4 mil capacity coils that I have in this. You'll see what I mean by that in a little bit. With a 3200 mAh battery. Usual scratch and sniff at the bottom, codes, etc, and just your contact information. So let's give it a little shake. There we go. So this is what you'll be presented with when you open up your box. You will also have some spare O-rings, which I neglected to put back in. You'll have your tank and your mod here. So let's take the mod out first and have a wee look. So it's fairly tidy. It's your standard 5 clicks on and off. So if I can count to 5, I'll turn it off and back on again. The tank itself is 25mm in diameter by 137 millimeters, sorry, in height. Fucking meters would be a bit of a challenge. The design itself is pretty nice. It's a nice smooth silver finish on it. I don't see any kind of hints at imperfections. I mean, there's little marks where I've been screwing the tank on and off, but in general there are no imperfections that I can see. Nice rounded bottom there as well, and this kind of beveled area here just to add a bit of pattern onto it. And there, just Revolution. At the back is where you'll find your connector, so you can charge with, obviously it's an internal battery, it's non-removable, so this would be a charge port here. If you're charging with a USB cable, please stick it into a computer, laptop. Don't be putting it into one of these little phone block things. I don't have one beside me at all, because you will eventually ruin the battery. If it's charging it too quick and putting too much power into it, you will eventually fucking ruin your battery and you're not going to have a good day. So yeah, this itself is pretty tidy. The 510 is spring mounted. I don't have a wee pokey thing here. On the bottom as well, just your serial number and the usual logos. At the arse of it there. So let's pop that back in briefly. And let's have a look at the tank itself. So this, to me, anyway, looks like the Yud Sia tank. They have one that's already released like this. The only difference is these kind of shapes that are cut out are a bit different. So we'll start at the top, and you have an 810 drip tip. I do have a wee bit of oil kicking about in there just because I have been using this today and over the past week and a half testing. Does have an O-ring. The 810 sits in there very nicely. You can swap it out for any other 810 that you have. Screws off, if we can. I had it on a wee bit tight there. Screws off pretty nicely. No O-rings in there, but with this coil system, it's not really something that you need as an O-ring at the top there. Basically, this is your coil. It is all completely built in and enclosed in itself. Fill port is at the top there, so let's pop this off and I'll just show you. So you would, in order to fill it, pop that in there and squeeze your juice in. So that's how you fill this. There are advantages to it and disadvantages. It's kind of hard to fill that if you're using big DIY bottles, so you've got to get the wee needle tip kind of bottles or drippers for that. So that basically sits in there like that. I'll show you again. The 510 is kind of here and then here again. So it sits in. I haven't had any issues getting it to sit onto the pin. That's working fine. I will go into one issue that I've been having with it kind of after we're through with this. But another advantage is that this here doesn't have any glass. It goes green when that's in, but in the meantime there's no glass here, so there's absolutely, pretty much, there is fuck all here that you can break. I can just show you my fat chubby wee fingers come through there. So yeah, it's sturdy, probably pretty decent if you're working on something like a site, some kind of, some kind of manual work or whatever. If you do happen to drop it or anything, it's going to be a bit harder to break, and these coils, they're stopping you breaking any glass in your tank or anything. So on the bottom again, the 510, which you can see here, does protrude a wee bit. Usual logos at the bottom. This is serial number 150. If you've seen MF Vape's version of this, it's the same serial number because I got it from him. The airflow is fully adjustable and it is nice and wide there. You can see right through. It doesn't click or stop when you're turning it. It does just fully rotate there. So yeah, let's pop the coil back in like that, and then that just screws on simply there. You don't need to over tighten it. You don't want it to be ridiculously hard to get back on. Bring that down here again. Give the hands a little wipe. And I'll just give you a wee look at how this looks on top of there. Screws on nicely. Yeah, and sizzles straight away. I'll just give you a wee bit of a closer look at this coil as well. This one has also had a bit of liquid in it. You can see there that they're pretty small wick holes on the coil. They are 0.2 ohm coils. They are stainless steel. But yeah, the wick holes are just slightly small there, but I've not had any issues though. It seems to juice up absolutely fine. So as I showed you, your juice is in there, fill it up, leave it sitting for maybe 10-15 minutes, and it is absolutely good to go with no issues. So this is your complete setup here. To me, I think it's pretty tidy. It's nice. It almost has the kind of mech mod look about it without all the dangers if you don't really know what you're doing. I like the green. The green fill in here seems to be the only colour that is available. The drip tip, again, I've only seen green, but it's an 810, so you can switch that out as well. So there we have it, guys, the Yud Revolution kit. Let's go back up top and we'll have a little bit of a more in-depth chat about it. So guys, we've done the unboxing. Now to tell you what I think of this, and in general, I've got pretty positive opinion on this little kit. The 3200 mAh battery lasts pretty well. I won't get a full 12-hour shift out of it. I do tend to chain vape on breaks. But you know, it's lasting most of that shift, and I'm maybe having to change to something else on the way home. It will have a white light like that until it gets to 10% battery, at which point the light will turn blue, and that's usually when I'm plugging it in, and at that point it's taken roughly an hour and a half to 2.5 hours, maybe not quite that, maybe to 2 hours, to get it to a full charge, so it's pretty quick in the charge as well. The tank, as I say, is the Sear tank from Ud Technology or Vapwiz. It's keeping up pretty well with other stainless steel sub-ohm tanks. It's not going to keep up with a mesh coil. It's just not going to happen. But with other stainless steel sub-ohm tanks, that's pretty up there. The flavour's crisp, the cloud production's decent. I'll just show you. That's really not too bad. And in that, I've got Bakewell Tart, and that's from Nova Vapes. And tasting it in there and tasting it in other sub-ohm tanks, it keeps up very well. There's nothing different really to taste. The flavour's what it's supposed to be. I was a bit worried about possibly a kind of plasticky taste just because of the plastic encasing that the coils are in. But for me, there's absolutely no plastic in the at all. So yeah, thumbs up for flavour and cloud production. One of the cons I would give it, if you have been using this for several hours, you will start to feel the voltage and the wattage start to tail off. It will start to lose power as the batteries start to drain, and that's a bit of a negative for me. It's not consistent all the way through the vape. It doesn't stay at whatever wattage, but I think it probably sits about 70. I've played about with it in other mods, and I think it probably sits around about 70. But as the day goes on, you can just feel it dropping off a wee bit, and I would have been much more impressed if it could, even if it got to the 10% and then started tailing off. But it does start to tail off before that 10%. Another kind of negative point is when you're trying to screw this in, sometimes it can be a bit of a bugger. See, it's fine there. Well, actually no, it's not. You see, it's just kind of spinning, so you have to kind of push down on it and then twist it in to get that to seal down, and occasionally you're having to kind of turn it the other way just to get it to sit on the screws properly, and it is metal to metal. At one point I thought I had broken it. What had happened is, see, I'm just trying to get that on there, that's it. What had happened, I thought that these coils weren't touching the connector at the bottom there. Actually they were. There was no issue at the top there. I had knocked it over or something. There wasn't actually an issue there. What had happened was this bit at the bottom, the 510 connection itself, had kind of loosened, so I had to grab it and give it a tightening back down again, push it back together and just kind of screw it back in. So that 510 had kind of loosened, and I was getting an atomizer fault on the mod. I'd tried it in other mods and was getting the same thing, so I knew it was the tank. But yeah, that had just kind of come away a wee bit. It happened once, it hasn't happened again. I've not had to try and tighten it since then, but it is probably something that's just worth keeping a wee eye on if you do have that tank, and if you do get the tank and you feel that, or you happen to get a no atomizer error. But in general, guys, it's very good. I don't have much bad to say other than the voltage drop, which kind of starts to happen later on, and just that wee issue that I was having with the connection there. So would I recommend it? Yeah, probably. For that price, you're getting a decent wee kit. If you've been sub-ohming for a while and you're into RTAs and all that kind of stuff, you're probably not gonna be. You're not going to be desperate to buy it, but if you're looking to jump from the mouth to lung over to the direct to lung market, it's probably one for you. Or if you're maybe working in a building site or something like that where you break shit quite a lot, it's sturdy enough for that. The 510 issue, as I say, happened once, didn't happen again. but there's no glass to break there. There's no wee bits to fall off. There's no glass screens to break. So yeah, probably this is one for, you know, people who are out and about, on the go, and don't really want to break. You know, they don't want to spend a lot of money on something they're going to break. If you had to stick a wee mouth to lung tank in this, I reckon you would get days of fucking battery out. You know, it's something that's going to sit at like 12 watts or whatever. You're going to get battery life for days out of it. And that, the Vapor and Cloud production, as I say, it's keeping up with other stainless steels. So yeah, worth a wee go, guys. If you like what you see, leave a wee comment below. Tell me if you've tried this tank, if you plan on doing so, or if you think there might be a better alternative. Leave a wee like, and don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe and hit that notification button, and you'll get wee bells whenever I upload something. If you are subscribed on YouTube at the same time, please head over to Vapetube. They are basically, I'm not going to get too in depth, but basically it's a vaping alternative to YouTube. So head over to there, search for Pud Puffs, you'll find me again, and just hit the subscribe button there as well. There's also most of the other reviewers, at least from the UK, are also over there. So give your favourite guys a wee like and a subscribe over there as well. So thanks very much for watching, guys. I hope you have a lovely Christmas, and I will see you in the next video.